Hello everyone, it's us again, passionate, drama-obsessed team behind the TV channel Days Drama Digest. If you're anything like us, you're glued to your screens every weekday, eagerly devouring the twists and turns of Days of Our Lives, that timeless soap opera that's been captivating audiences for decades, with its endless parade of romance, betrayal, and heart-stopping revelations. Today, we're diving headfirst into one of the most anticipated events on the horizon, the wedding of Leo, Stark and Javi Hernandez. Oh, what a spectacle this promises to be. But as any true Salem fan knows, weddings in this town are never just about I-dos and champagne toasts. They are battlegrounds for secrets, scandals, and sheer chaos. So buckle up, dear readers, as we unpack whether the scene will go off without a hitch or descend into the fiery pit of Salem-style drama. Will love conquer all, or will old flames and hidden agendas torch the whole affair? Let's explore this in all its juicy, dramatic detail. First off, let's set the scene. Leo and Javi's wedding is slated for New Year's Eve, a date that's practically dripping with symbolism. New Year's Eve in Salem isn't just about fireworks and resolutions, it's a night when the past crashes into the present like a tidal wave, washing away illusions and exposing raw truths. Imagine the glittering lights of the town square, the countdown to midnight echoing in the background, and two men at the altar, ready to pledge their forever amid the confetti and cheers. Leo, with his sharp wit and flamboyant style, has always been a character who thrives on the spotlight, and Javi, the charming newcomer who's captured Leo's heart with his genuine warmth and steadfast loyalty, seems like the perfect counterbalance. Their relationship has been a whirlwind of passion and perseverance, overcoming obstacles that would fell lesser couples. From Leo's colorful past filled with schemes and heartaches to Javi's own journey of self-discovery, they've built something realer, at least that's what we're hoping. But here's the thing, no wedding in Salem has ever gone smoothly. Remember the infamous nuptials of Sammy and EJ? Or Carrie and Austin's multiple attempts thwarted by meddling exes and explosive secrets? Salem weddings are like ticking time bombs wired with family feuds, long-lost relatives, and enough skeletons in closets to fill a graveyard. And Leo and Javi's big day? It's primed for detonation. The excitement is palpable. Leo is over the moon, buzzing with anticipation. He's handpicked Marlena Evans, the iconic psychiatrist and matriarch of Salem, to officiate the ceremony. Marlena, with her serene presence and history of guiding troubled souls through their darkest hours, brings a touch of gravitas to the event. She's seen it all from possessions to resurrections, and her involvement suggests this wedding could be a moment of genuine healing for Leo, who's often masked his vulnerabilities with sarcasm and flair. Adding to the personal touches, Leo has his sights set on Chad DiMera as his best man. Chad, the brooding heir to the DiMera empire, might seem an unlikely choice at first glance. After all, Chad's life has been a rollercoaster of loss, corporate intrigue, and romantic entanglements. But there's a bond there perhaps forged in the fires of shared adversities, or Leo's unyielding loyalty during Chad's tougher times. Imagine Chad standing there in a tailored tux, his piercing eyes scanning the crowd, ready to support his friend while harboring his own inner demons. It's these kinds of unexpected alliances that make Days of Our Lives so addictive. They remind us that in Salem, enemies can become allies, and friendships are as fragile as they are fierce. And then there's Gwen, Leo's old best friend, the one who's been through thick and thin with him. Leo desperately wants her at the wedding, and she's been eagerly awaiting that golden invitation. In fact, she's taken it a step further by enlisting Gabby Hernandez to design a one-of-a-kind wedding dress in Gabby's signature style. Gabby, the fashion maven with a knack for turning heads and stirring pots, is known for her bold, glamorous creations that scream confidence and allure. Picture this, Gwen gliding into the venue in a dress that's equal parts elegant and edgy, perhaps a flowing gown with intricate lace details, a plunging neckline that hints at her mysterious allure, and colors that evoke the midnight blues and silvers of New Year's Eve. It's the kind of outfit that could steal the show, but is that all Gwen has in mind? We're not so sure. As fans, we've learned to read between the lines, and something about Gwen's enthusiasm feels off. Too eager, too invested. Could this be the calm before the storm? Ah, yes, storm. We at Days Drama Digest believe Gwen is plotting something monumental, something that could shatter the wedding like a crystal flute, dropped from the top of the DiMera mansion. Her goal? To ruin the nuptials and, in a twist straight out of a gothic novel, bring back Dmitri von Leuschner. For those who might need a refresher, or if you're new to the Salem saga, welcome aboard. Dmitri is no ordinary character. He's the enigmatic, aristocratic figure who swept into Leo's life like a whirlwind, igniting a passion that burned brighter than the Salem skyline at dusk. Their connection was electric, deep, intense, and laced with the kind of forbidden desire that keeps viewers hitting replay. Leo, ever the romantic at heart despite his cynical exterior, fell hard for Dmitri. They shared stolen moments, whispered promises, and a chemistry that sizzled on screen. But heartbreak struck like a dagger when Leo received that devastating breakup letter from Dmitri. It was a cruel missive filled with cold words that severed their bond and left Leo reeling, questioning his worth and drowning in sorrow. We watched as Leo picked up the pieces, eventually finding solace in Javi's arms. Yet, recent revelations have cast a shadow of doubt over that letter's authenticity. What if it wasn't Dmitri's hand that penned those fateful lines? What if it was Gwen pulling strings from the shadows like a puppet master in a tragic play? Gwen has always been a complex character, part victim, part villain, driven by a turbulent past of abandonment and betrayal. Her friendship with Leo is genuine, but so is her capacity for manipulation. And let's not forget EJ Dimara's involvement in Dmitri's disappearance. EJ, with his Machiavellian mind and unyielding ambition, orchestrated the vanishing act alongside Gwen, perhaps to protect family secrets or eliminate a rival. Dmitri was whisked away into the ether, leaving a void that's begged to be filled. Now, with Leo and Javi's wedding looming on the horizon, the stage is set for a dramatic resurrection. Imagine this scene: the guests are assembled in a lavishly decorated hall, fairy lights twinkling like stars, the air thick with the scent of fresh flowers and anticipation. Marlena begins the ceremony, her voice steady and warm. Leo and Javi exchange vows, their eyes locked in a moment of pure bliss. Chad stands proudly at Leo's side, a silent guardian. And Gwen? She's there, radiant in her Gabby design gown, but her smile doesn't quite reach her eyes. As the clock ticks toward midnight, the doors burst open with a dramatic flourish. In strides Dmitri, looking every bit the dashing anti-hero, tall, brooding, with that signature von Leuschner charm that can melt ice. The room gasps in unison. Leo's face strains of color, his world tilting on its axis. Javi's expression hardens, betrayal flickering in his eyes. Chaos erupts, shouts, tears, accusations flying like confetti in a hurricane. Is this mere speculation, or is it the inevitable climax we've all been waiting for? Gwen's motives run deep. Perhaps she's driven by jealousy after all. Her own romantic entanglements have been fraught with pain. Or maybe it's loyalty to Dmitri, a man she sees as deserving of a second chance. Bringing him back could be her way of saving Leo from what she perceives as a mismatched union. Or it could be a calculated move to reclaim her place in the spotlight. Think about it, Gwen has always thrived on drama, much like the town itself. Her history with Leo is a tapestry of shared schemes and heartfelt confessions. They bonded over their outsider status in Salem. Two souls navigating a world of privilege and power plays. But friendships and soaps are double-edged swords, they cut deep when twisted. To fully appreciate the potential explosion, let's rewind and delve deeper into the backstory. Dmitri von Leuschner entered Salem with a bang, his aristocratic lineage tying him to the complex web of the von Leuschner and Dimara families. He was mysterious, wealthy, and dangerously alluring. Leo, fresh from his own string of failed romances, was drawn to him like a moth to a flame. Their affair was passionate, secretive, and ultimately doomed, or so we thought. The breakup letter arrived at a pivotal moment, just as Leo was on the cusp of committing fully. It read like a rejection from the heart. Our time together was a mistake. I must move on. Leo crumpled, his usual bravado cracking under the weight of abandonment. But eagle-eyed fans, including our team here at Days Drama Digest, noticed inconsistencies. The handwriting seemed off, the phrasing too impersonal for the fiery Dmitri we knew. Enter Gwen and EJ's conspiracy. Gwen, with her cunning intellect and access to the underbelly of Salem's secrets, forged the letter to drive a wedge between the lovers. Why? Perhaps to protect Dmitri from exposure in a swirl of his involvement in shady dealings. From corporate espionage to hidden inheritances, EJ, ever the strategist, saw an opportunity to neutralize a potential threat to the Dimara Empire. Together, they staged Dmitri's disappearance, a faked accident, a whispered rumor of him fleeing to Europe, leaving Salem to mourn or forget his absence. But in soaps, no one stays gone forever. Resurrections are as common as coffee in the Brady pub. As we approach this New Year's Eve extravaganza, the questions multiply like plot twists in a season finale. Will Gwen execute her plan flawlessly, timing Dmitri's return for maximum impact? Picture the confrontation: Leo torn between his past love and his present commitment, Javi fighting to hold onto the man he adores, and the guests from the Hortons to the Kiriakis taking sides in a verbal melee. Marlena might try to mediate, drawing on her psychological expertise, but even she can't quell the storm of emotions. Chad could step in, his Dimara blood boiling at the intrusion, leading to a physical altercation that sends champagne glasses shattering. And what are the broader implications? If Dmitri returns, it could unravel threads throughout Salem. His reappearance might expose EJ's machinations, reigniting feuds that have simmered for years. Gwen's role as the orchestrator could alienate her from Leo forever, or paradoxically, strengthen their bond through forgiveness. Javi, the innocent in this tangled web, might question everything's trust in Leo. His place in Salem. This wedding isn't just about two people. It's a microcosm of the show's enduring themes: love's fragility, the pull of the past, and the thrill of redemption. We've seen similar dramas play out before. Take the wedding of Sunny and Will, disrupted by betrayals and revelations, or Abigail and Chad's ceremony, haunted by ghosts of the past. Each time, the chaos elevates the story, drawing us deeper into the characters' psyches. Leo and Javi's nuptials could be the pinnacle, a New Year's Eve explosion that sets the tone for the year ahead. Will it end in happily ever after or in a cliffhanger that leaves us screaming at our TVs? But let's not forget the lighter side amid the turmoil. Leo's flair for the dramatic could turn even a disaster into a memorable event. Imagine him quipping, "Well, if we're going to have a wedding crash, at least make it fabulous." Javi's resilience might shine through, proving his love is unbreakable. And Gwen? If her plot backfires, it could lead to her own character arc, perhaps a path to genuine happiness. As we speculate, we can't help but draw parallels to real-life celebrity weddings gone awry. Think of the tabloid fodder from Hollywood nuptials interrupted by exes or scandals. But in Salem, it's amplified tenfold, with supernatural elements sometimes thrown in for good measure. Though the storyline seems grounded in human folly, our team at Days Drama Digest has been poring over episodes, analyzing clues, and debating theories late into the night. One fan theory floating round: Dmitri isn't just returning. He's bringing a secret child or a hidden fortune that changes everything. Another: the letter was indeed forged, but by someone else entirely, perhaps a jealous rival we haven't considered. These possibilities keep us on the edge of our seats. In expanding on this, let's consider the emotional layers. Leo's journey from con artist to love-struck groom has been compelling. His vulnerability, often hidden behind humor, makes him relatable. Javi represents hope, a fresh start untainted by Salem's baggage. Gwen's complexity adds depth. She's not a one-note villain, but a woman shaped by pain. Dimitri's charisma ensures his return would be electric. To make this even more vivid, envision the wedding decor: crystal chandeliers casting prismatic light, tables laden with gourmet hors d'oeuvres, a live band playing romantic ballads, guests in their finery, Hope Brady in elegant attire, Roman offering sage advice, perhaps even a cameo from a long-lost character. The tension builds as midnight nears, the countdown syncing with heartbeats. If Gwen succeeds, the fallout could span weeks: Leo grappling with resurfaced feelings, Javi seeking solace from family, Dmitri explaining his absence in a tearful monologue. EJ might face consequences, his empire cracking under scrutiny. Marlena's role could extend to counseling sessions, peeling back layers of deception. Conversely, if the wedding proceeds smoothly, it would be a rare triumph, love winning against odds. But where's the fun in that? Days of Our Lives thrives on conflict, and this setup screams epic drama. So, dear readers, what do you think? Will Gwen unleash her plot and bring Dmitri back from the shadows? Will Leo's heart be torn asunder once more? Or will Javi and Leo defy the odds, sealing their love with a kiss as fireworks light the sky? Drop your theories in the comments below. Love hearing from you. Stay tuned to Days of Our Lives and keep following Days Drama Digest for more in-depth analyses, spoilers, and fan discussions. Until next time, may your days be filled with as much passion and intrigue as Salem's own.